The very first time I heard from Wizards of the Coast was after 2 years of making YouTube videos, when, in response to my video, Is It Worth It to Buy Modern Masters 2015, I was told by a higher up at the company, hey, would love to meet you at GP Vegas. Wow, I thought, after 2 years of absolute silence and 100% non-acknowledgement of existence, not to mention nothing like a preview card, which itself wouldn't come for another 6 months, 2.5 years into my channel's existence, someone from Wizards of the Coast wanted to say hi. So at GP Vegas, I met with someone from the company that made the game I loved so much, but also the game that I criticized. The company that, in response to Modern Masters 2015, I had said the following of, Wizards of the Coast, you are already filthy rich. Look in the mirror and realign your goal from making as much money as possible, no matter what, to making the best product possible, first and foremost. We had a nice conversation at GP Vegas, but the direction was quickly steered to Modern Masters. When I was asked, now that you've seen all of this, referring to the Grand Prix, has it changed your opinion on the product any? I praised the GP, which I thought was an amazing and fantastic event, a coming together of the community which I loved, but, as I told my new acquaintance, I still felt my criticisms of the product itself were valid. Quality control issues and damaged cards, no real value or needed reprints at the common or uncommon level, or even amongst many of the rares in the collection, leading to this being a product called Modern Masters that had very little in it for modern players. Well, all that is necessary for draft, I was told. I said that I'd rather get cards for Modern, and then I brought up the price. I asked, how can kids afford this? Teenagers, even college students on a budget, might not be able to swing the cost of even a draft of Modern Masters, let alone a booster box. Maybe this product isn't for them, I was told, and that's what has stuck with me through the years, because I happen to think that the products made should be for everyone. This first encounter with Wizards of the Coast has been on my thoughts and mind this week after seeing the reveal of an upcoming product. At first thought by the community to be Ravnica Masterpieces, and then later dubbed Ravnica Masters by the player base as more information came in, until finally Wizards of the Coast gave us the full intel and said that the product was the Guilds of Ravnica Mythic Edition, only for purchase in the United States and Canada, and even there only through the Hasbro online web store, and printed in a very limited supply, of which it has been confirmed when they're gone, they're gone. And so our initial thoughts of what this product was turned out to indeed be very wrong. The Guilds of Ravnica Mythic Edition is no masterpiece, and it is possibly a product that, more so than any other Wizards of the Coast has made for Magic, that really isn't for anyone except well-off financial collectors. Blah, 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 blah. I don't do Is It Worth It to Buy videos before I have a product in my hands. That's my rule. Other creators can and do comment on products as soon as they are spoiled, while others get advance copies and can produce content ahead of release. That's great, but for me, I strongly feel that even when it is something as obvious as a challenger deck, I want to hold the product in my hands, to actually sit down and play with it before I say whether or not I feel it is worth it. This video is a rare exception because I feel comment is warranted now. Now, this is still not an Is It Worth It to Buy video, one that, if I do end up creating, will follow my usual formula for those videos where I look at financial and gameplay value, offer a conclusion and a grade, etc. That video will come later, assuming I can even get a hold of Mythic Collection, which, honestly, despite being in the United States, I doubt I will be able to. Let's first establish what this product is. The Guilds of Ravnica Mythic Collection is a 24-pack booster box. Those 24 packs are just like the packs you'd find in a regular Guilds of Ravnica booster box, with one exception. In 8 of these booster packs, there will be one of each of 8 total Super Art Premium Planeswalker cards. Each Mythic collection will contain all 8 Planeswalkers. And the 8 booster packs will clearly be marked so that you know which contain these planeswalkers. The cost for this 24-pack booster box will be $250, plus of course shipping and handling fees, and will not be available in any local game store. Instead, it will be a Hasbro Online exclusive item, offered, as I said, in the limited quantity and only to the United States and Canada. Let's break this product down because there's a lot to like about it, namely that the super art style and illustrations of the planeswalkers are incredibly appealing. It's really eye-catching to see the super art style on Magic the Gathering cards finally. Although many other TCGs have offered cards in this super art style, it's nothing new for other companies, in other words, it's been around for a while. This is the very first time Magic the Gathering cards have been printed this way. Unfortunately, the foiling process appears to be the much disliked From the Vault rainbow foiling, which always resulted in extreme curling and vulnerability of From the Vault cards, more so than normal foils and normal Magic cards. Here we can see the only released footage. It's very poor quality. I'm surprised this isn't more professionally recorded by Wizards of the Coast, but if you do get a hold of these, then place them in card sleeves immediately. But will you get a hold of these? The Hasbro Online store, for those that have never had the displeasure of using it, is a terrible resource. It looks like it's from the America Online days of the internet. It's slow, buggy, and anytime any item of any interest has ever gone on sale there, it usually throttles and crashes. Earlier this year, the highly sought-after Therese Nielsen San Diego Comic-Con Planeswalker collection was offered for sale on the Hasbro Online store. I was at my computer the moment they were made available, but I could not even get one into my cart. The site was crashing, not loading, not letting me check out, and very, very quickly it was all sold out of this exclusive item, which now goes for nearly triple the price from secondary sellers. This is one of the chief worries with the Guilds of Ravnica Mythic Edition. Now, I am okay with things like the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Those, just like these super art planeswalkers of the Ravnica Mythic Edition, are just artwork exclusives, not unique cards needed for gameplay. Their regular versions exist and can be obtained through normal means, and I'm actually a bit of a fan of shifting the expense in Magic away from the "you need $75 for this land that's used to play the game" to "you need $75 for this special rare artwork of a land, but there's also a much cheaper regular version available too. I don't mind if there's a $500 mountain as long as there's still regular, basic, cheap, affordable mountains for us. But having this only for the United States and Canada is ridiculous for an international company and product. I complained about issues like this in my Brazil video, but this goes a lot further, turning Wizards of the Coast from an international company that sells globally to a North American-only company. And that seems like a really bad or perhaps just unfair direction to take. And I think a lot of the outrage over this would be lessened if this was at least available to everyone across the globe equally. But it also seems like a really bad decision, or again, perhaps just very unfair, to leave these out of local game stores. I've heard talk that this doesn't hurt the local game store, but each booster box of these sold on the Hasbro Online shop is one less sold in the local game store. It's not just the artworks, remember, it's a, well, not whole, but 24-pack booster box. I think given how vital, how crucial local game stores are to the survival and success of Magic the Gathering, that having this product in them to help drive sales to them would have been the goal. Heck, maybe just have one of these 8 planeswalkers been the buy a box promo for the next set. Business would have boomed and there'd be no buy a box promo blundering with a unique needed for gameplay card, as I've winded about previously. Or why not just put all 8 in the set as masterpieces? Why aren't these planeswalkers just in Guilds of Ravnica as masterpieces? That would drive sales too. I talked about how masterpieces didn't need to be abandoned, that most people really liked and wanted them, just with some fine-tuning. So why aren't these masterpieces? Because then they couldn't be sold separately. So now the real truth begins to take shape. Masterpieces may have been removed because why put something that people want so badly in booster packs when you can sell it independently and for additional profit? Is this what Planeswalker Masterpieces would have looked like, would have been? And here they are, removed from boosters for the average player to have a shot at, removed from local game stores to drive sales and business through, sold directly from Wizards of the Coast and only to the USA and Canada out of, I'm going to guess, convenience, because it's hard to set up shipping and other fees for international sales. Sure, I'm not saying it's easy, but if that's not the actual intention, then that's still essentially the result. This product will sell. It will sell out within minutes. But for 99.9% of you watching this video right now, it'll only sell to you if you pay double on the secondary market. You're not going to be able to get it from that Hasbro shop unless they're also planning to overhaul the website and have a huge release of this, which I find highly unlikely. Again, I'm all for special artwork. I am all for rare, expensive cards as long as there's a cheap version available. Ultimately, this isn't about how I really wanted these cards and won't be able to get them. This isn't about how some people in, MTG Finance are going to buy out most of these and have a huge payday. That's not what this video is about. Rather, it's about the direction the company of Wizards of the Coast is choosing to go with this experiment. It is about the fact that this is testing to see if they can make a product that abandons local game stores, abandons 99.9% of their player base, abandons everyone outside North America, and still make a killing of a profit. And the answer is yes. I believe right now you can. I believe they will. Profit. But at what cost? As I asked 2.5 years ago, Wizards of the Coast take a long look in the mirror and ask, just what kind of company do you want to be? What type of profit do you want to make? At the very least, open this up to people from outside the USA and Canada, or better yet, hold off until you can send these to local game stores the exact same way you would send them from the vaults or signature spell books. Make a product that is a product for everyone, or at the very least, a product that tries to be for everyone. But of course, that's just how I view this issue. What about you? Do you think that this is a product that you are going to be able to buy? Will you be buying it from Hasbro or buying it off the secondary market? Would you be willing to wait a month or two or whatever it takes for this to be available in local game stores around the world? Or are you happy with the way it's being offered? Do you have no care at all? Am I making mountains out of molehills? Let me know in the comments below. And this video is brought to you by my and many other people's local game store, Card Kingdom, a brick-and-mortar pillar of this community, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. These are the people that keep Tolarian Community College going and growing strong. So thank you. And this video is brought to you by my and many other people's local game store, Card Kingdom, a brick-and-mortar pillar of this community, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. These are the people that keep Tolarian Community College going and growing strong. So thank you.